In this video, I'm going to show you how to install the motors on your Make-A-Pede. The first step is to install the wiring harnesses. You're going to need your assembled Make-A-Pede chassis and 2 wiring harnesses. First, flip the Make-A-Pede upside down. The wiring harnesses are going to be run through the cutouts in the segment braces so that there are 2 pairs of connector tabs under each segment. Make sure that the end of the wiring harness with the 2 bullet connectors is facing the back of the robot. Then carefully feed the wires through, starting from just behind the 3rd segment. Do this with both wiring harnesses. The second step is to attach the rubber stoppers to the motors. You are going to need your 10 DC motors and your 10 rubber stoppers. You will also need a sharp awl to poke holes in the backs of the stoppers. Take the awl and carefully push it into the center of the wide end of the stopper. Now push the stopper onto the motor shaft, being careful to leave a small amount of clearance between the back of the stopper and the front of the motor. The stopper should be able to turn freely without rubbing on the motor. Repeat this process for your remaining 9 rollers. The third step is to attach the motors to the chassis. You're going to need your assembled chassis, 20 zip ties, your bag of rubber grip mat squares, and your 10 motors. Turn the Make-A-Pede chassis upside down. On the back of each motor is a small red dot next to one of the terminals. This is to indicate which terminal is positive. Take one of the pairs of wiring harness terminals and connect the terminal with the red wire to the motor tab corresponding to the red dot. Connect the other terminal to the second motor tab. Take one of your grip mat squares and set it on the side of the bracket between the 2 pairs of slots. Lay the motor on top of the grip mat square. Now feed a zip tie through one of the slots. Make sure the head lines up with the second slot, then wrap the tail of the zip tie around the motor. Pull the zip tie tight, being careful not to crack the plastic. Add a second zip tie in the same manner. The zip ties will work best if you make sure the head lays flat against the outside face of the bracket. Now add a motor to the other side of the segment. Turn the Make-A-Pede over and use a zip tie cutter to cut the ends off of the 4 zip ties. Now repeat this process for your remaining 4 segments. You will want to make sure that all of the right motors are connected to one of the wiring harnesses and all of the left motors are connected to the second wiring harness. The two connectors at the back of the Make-A-Pede are for connecting additional add-on segments. For now, tuck them into one of the slots on one of the back segment braces to keep them out of the way.